When are the guards going to do something about our missing people?
I assure you, we're doing everything we can. We're stretched thin as it is, but...
Excuses! When your family disappears, what excuse will you use then? I'll find them myself. Just stay out of my way.
Orcs to the south, mercenaries camped outside by the lake, and now people are missing. I'm not sure how much more we can take. You don't know the half of it. It's the damned Lodos plague. People are scared. Many have already fled Narcissus to avoid getting sick. Of course, that's not what the remaining villagers believe. They think their families were stolen in the middle of the night. I've heard everything from a plot by the house leaders to elf-eating Bane King roaming the countryside. The Kin House is looking into it. Speak to whoever you want. The Kin House is more concerned with the coming plague than searching for people who probably just ran away. But I'm sure a counselor will hear you out. I'm not paid to think about this. That's a luxury for someone of higher rank than me. I'll admit something seems off kilter. If only the house counselors would see it that way.
Did you come from the Cirque? We sent a guard over there to check on some disturbing rumors we've been hearing. This confirms it. The Maulborn need to be wiped out. Thanks for bringing this news, Traveler. I'll inform the house leaders at once.
I told you, we're leaving this forsaken place. I'd rather... Wait. You're not my husband. What do you want? Narcissus isn't safe, stranger. Not that House Hlalu cares. Do the guards search for our missing people? No, because the house counselors don't tell them to. I'm not going to become a victim. That's why I'm leaving. No one does anything in Narcissus if the Kin House doesn't command it. It's that large building over there. You can't miss it. Be careful, outsider. They might decide you're sick. Plague this, plague that. It's their only concern lately.
So many people have gone. Damn the plague. Who am I going to sell my delicious beverages to? Maybe it's time for me to move on.
So many people have left or simply disappeared. My profits are falling faster than the level of mead in a Nord fest hall. Please, tell me you're here to buy something.
How do you fight something you can't see? It isn't fair. I can't cut the throat of the plague. I can't smash its bones. I can only wait until it fills me with its blackness and takes my life bit by bit. Me? No, not yet. I wait for the plague to find me. That's all we can do, isn't it? The house leaders debate how to keep the plague out of Narcissus, how to protect us. Why do they even bother? They try, but the solution eludes them. We'll slowly fade away, one by one, as the plague takes us all. Gates can't stop it. We can't lock it out. Enjoy your last days, outsider, for the plague takes us all in the end.
I don't suppose you're here to buy a weapon. No, you probably just want me to fix another wagon wheel or something. Everyone just wants to get out of here. Look around. Narcissus is practically deserted. The plague, the curse, whatever you want to call it, it's driving everyone away. Or maybe that crazy story the villagers chatter on about is true. I guess anything's possible. I think the people are scared, and they should be. The Lodos plague rushes onward, and Narcissus is directly in its path. If there's any truth to the other rumors, then I'm sure the House Councillors will deal with it.
And that's why we should seal the city. We can't allow more afflicted into
That
Narcissus.
makes perfect sense, old friend. But we can't cut ourselves off from the outside world.
If you truly care about our people, you'll seal Narcissus and be done with it. We can't take any more chances.
I'm sorry you had to witness that. My friend shows great concern for Narcissus, sometimes greater than my own. What can I do for you? You'd think the entire town had disappeared the way everyone carries on. People are missing, but Giron has guards looking into the matter. For all we know, they fled to avoid the Lotus Plague. Very little. No one has actually seen any of these people leave Narcissus. And we don't have enough guards to follow up on every lead. I usually don't hire mercenaries, but these are desperate times. If you can prove these claims aren't just fearful delusions, report back to me immediately. You'll be rewarded. Giron believes we must seal Narcissus to protect it from the plague. Narcissus is a center of trade, and such drastic measures aren't called for. Though I admit, visitors have been few due to recent events. I haven't decided. They say I'm not aggressive enough, that my indecision hurts Narcissus. Perhaps Giron is right. I just don't know. Ah, Narcissus, my beloved city. At its peak, Narcissus was a vibrant center of trade. Merchants would come from far and wide to hawk their wares. Profits grew, and House Hlalu reinvested it in the city. That seems like so long ago. Most are back east, dealing with corruption inside Mournhold. Few want to enter a region ravaged by plague. But I won't give up. I'll weather this storm and lead Narcissus back to prominence.
I trust Councillor Raldin. He never failed us before.
I think Giron's plan has merit.
Giron and Ralden used to be such good friends.
Thank Vivek you stopped the Covenant from
Have you seen my damned apprentice? The boy's later than usual today. With my luck, he's probably gone off and gotten the plague. I wouldn't worry about it. I whipped him for messing up our shipments, and he's probably off sulking. The boy claims it wasn't his fault that we received the wrong crates. Like I believe that. He needs to pay better attention. They're stacked on the other side of the shed. Damn kids broke into them during the night, took whatever was in them and ran. If you want to pick through the broken crates, be my guest.
You're looking into matters that don't concern you, outsider.
could he be so stupid? I told him where to deliver the shipment, but he thinks he knows everything. That's why things get messed up. My apologies, just talking to myself, don't mind me. Nothing at all, don't mind me. Just a servant here. What's it to you, anyway? Why are you in my master's house? He's an important person in Narcissus. A writer. Writes all day, writes all night. But don't touch his journal. He can get frightfully angry. How would I know? I sweep, I dust. I don't read. The master would never let me look in his journal. His room upstairs is off limits. I stay down here, cleaning, just as my master tells me.
I see you, snooping around, looking for trouble.
Where's my husband? By Vivek's beard, if he's drunk and passed out somewhere, I'll leave without him. That no-good, useless piece of Kwama cattle. Oh, hello. You haven't seen my husband around, have you? Everyone knows my husband. Evis. If he hasn't borrowed something from you or finished off your Ash Lake ale, then you're not trying very hard. He was supposed to be back hours ago. That lazy lout is late. He ships our goods. He mentioned something about a botched delivery that he had to deal with. You know what he's probably dealing with. His thirst for ale. That would be a big help. I'm sure he's sleeping it off in one of the nearby houses. If you find an elf that smells of piss and ale, that's Evis. Tell him to hurry up or he's walking to Mournhold.
Please, I've told you everything I know.
One more lie and I make you stop talking. Permanently. Understand? I have no intention of letting an amateur screw up my investigation. Turn around and walk away. Now. You're interrupting my interrogation, that's what. And just as I was about to get to my favorite part. I have no quarrel with you. Not yet. So go away. Listen to me closely. You and I are on the same side here. I've been hired to track down the origins of the Lodos Plague. It doesn't matter. We've linked strange shipments to this courier. He refuses to talk, but I've never met a man I couldn't break. Take this letter to Councillor Ralden. It explains how vials of the plague were shipped into Narcissus.
Let me guess. You read the letter. You're going to leave me with this crazy woman, aren't you? Curses on you and your family. Vox? Never heard of her. Why would I be afraid of a Vox? Now, will you let me go so I can take my wife to Mournhold? No more torture. I've had enough for one day. I'll tell you the same thing I told the crazy lady. The shipment contained something for the Moorborn camped outside town. That's all I know. And I messed up. I delivered the shipment to the wrong location. But I fixed it. I fixed everything. Just you wait. Those missing villagers? It's no coincidence, you'll see. Vox will destroy you all.
You're the first interesting thing to walk into Narcissus in a long time. Really? Plague, kidnappings, hostile cultists? Boring? Just ask my father, the house councillor. He says there's nothing to the rumors. No one ever wants to talk to me. Fine. He's probably in the kin house.
You're back. I hope you're here to tell me that my people are just imagining things and everything is fine. What's this? Notes? A journal attacked? Slow down. I've never heard of Vox. And the thought of someone smuggling Loda's plague into Narcissus frightens me greatly. But where are the missing people? This news is very disturbing. I'm at a loss. People disappear into thin air and someone brought a plague into Narcissus? That terrifies me. How could they even accomplish this without our notice? I need to seal the city. No one gets in or out. I won't let any more of our people vanish. Will you perform one more task for us? To facilitate your mission, the guards have been informed that you may come and go as you please. Find Giron Sadri. He's upstairs. He needs to know what you discovered. Do whatever he asks. I need to speak to the guards and prepare to seal Narcissus.
So, half of Narcissus must vanish and plague must threaten the city before Ralden comes to his senses? And it takes an outsider to make him understand. Perhaps my friend isn't fit to lead anymore. Of course he did. Ralden hasn't been able to make a decision on his own in years. At least he's finally doing the right thing. As for you, I have something you can do. The Moorborn are obviously involved. Any fool can see that. With the city sealed, all of the guards will be busy. However, you don't have those responsibilities. I suggest you slice a path through their camps by the lake. Look for anything that will tell us the location of the Lodos plague. Return when you find something.
You don't give up, do you? Before you ask, yes, I've been following you. No, I have nothing to do with the missing people or the plague, and no, I'm not here to fight you. There, it's out of the way. Feel better? Now let's talk about why Giron wants you dead. Of course he did. Sending an overconfident outsider into camps full of Malborn certainly sounds like a day at the fair. And if they killed you, you'd never find out that he brought the plague to Narcissus, would you? I've been watching Narcissus for weeks. We even have an agent inside the kin house. Anything that enters or leaves Narcissus is tracked, and those broken crates had Giron's name written all over them. The question is, why? What have you discovered? This doesn't look good. There must be a reason why Giron wanted Narcissus sealed and why he wanted you dead. Get back there and find out. The organization I belong to does two things. Finds targets and eliminates targets. My target happens to be connected to the Lodos plague. Our goals overlap. Let's leave it at that. Not your concern. Just remember what I told you. We're on the same side. And don't get yourself killed, hero. Narcissus needs you. Sorry, we don't know each other well enough to get that personal just yet. Trust me, though. We both want to stop the Malborn.
You can't keep us here, Raleigh. The guard has no right to keep us prisoners.
By the three, you whine like a spoiled child. The city is locked down for your own protection.
Our protection? So we're just supposed to sit here and rot as the plague takes us? The House Guard are no better than the Malborn.
You're back. We need to talk.
Ralden isn't here. He and Giron left some time ago, and Giron's connection to the Malborn makes me a little concerned. Let's just say I'm well informed. I've suspected the connection for a while, and his abduction of the Councillor confirms it. My associate and I tend to avoid situations not covered by our contracts. Still, we might be able to assist one another. I don't know. I only know what the reports tell me. Giron probably took Ralden somewhere secluded, far from prying eyes. Narcissus is sealed. Villagers are missing. Crates of Lodos plague arrive in the night. Now you discover the plague intensifies when it festers inside a corpse. Makes you wonder about Giron's plan, doesn't it? Reports tell me that a group of villagers have decided to take matters into their own hands. I don't condone their actions, but they might have information. Find the Argonian called Slips Through Fingers. She can lead you to them. I have a feeling she's going to want your help. Tales of your exploits already spread through Narcissus. Find the Argonian, and I'd wager that before you say a word, she asks you to meet with her companions.
Why do I always drop things when I'm in a hurry? Keep your voice down and act like you're helping me. I can't go into details, not here, but I know you've been trying to find the missing people for House Lalu. Don't ask questions, just listen. We know where our people are being held, including Councillor Ralden. Follow the clues in the pack. I'll see you at the meeting place. Not here. Just look in the pack.
House Hlalu wants us to believe that our friends and family left Narcissus without saying a word, but we have proof that they were abducted. And what does Hlalu do? Nothing. They seal Narcissus and refuse to let us act. No more waiting. We'll save them ourselves. We'll bring the abducted villagers home.
You found us. I apologize for my earlier abruptness. We heard you confirm that our people were taken. We're tired of waiting for House Hlalu to act. We know where our people are being held, but because of the lockdown, we can't go get them. I watched the Malborn abduct my egg sister. I saw where they took her. I saw Counselor Ralden and Advisor Giron go to the same place. You have to help us. I doubt the guards will try to restrain you. You can come and go as you please. Speak to Madras. Let him tell you our plan. You must help us. I need my egg sister back.
You must be the one Slips told us about. She said an outsider was hired to find our people. That's a strange thing for an outsider to do, even for Hlalu Gold. What are you really up to? So that's it. Hlalu's leader disappears and they finally decide to take action. I don't give a damn about Counselor Ralden. I just want our people back. Act. We'll get weapons, ignore the lockdown and rescue our people. If anyone tries to stop us, we'll cut them down. Are you going to help us or not? I don't want to fight them. They have their orders, but they're wasting time. Every second that passes is another second our people remain in danger. Sometimes you have to resort to drastic measures to save the ones we care about. I know this isn't an easy decision, especially for someone who has no stake in this. But I have to know if you're going to help us. We could use someone with your skills. We're going to rescue our families, or die trying. I don't trust you, outsider. We'll deal with this ourselves. Leave us. Run back to your housemasters and stay out of our way.
I thought you were different. Please, just go. We'll find my egg sister and the others on our own.
I heard you were there when Molar Grundo was defeated. Well done. How did you get in there? Madras doesn't let just anyone attend his secret meetings. Wait, you're the outsider working for Councillor Ralden. Please tell me you haven't bought into Madras's foolishness. I've been passing information to him. My mother vanished, but I have my orders. So, I've been hoping Madras and his people would find something I could take to the house leaders. What? Madras is going to get those people killed. They're farmers and peasants, not soldiers. I can't let them do this. You need to find the missing villagers and get them to safety before Madras leads this group to its doom. I'll find out where Madras thinks they are. But first, you have to help me slow Madras down. Cause a distraction, something that will slow them down and give you enough time to find our missing people. Everyone's on edge because of the Lodos plague. We can use that. You know what people think causes the plague? Rats. See the rats running around the village? Harmless, but people are afraid of them. Take this bag, grab as many rats as you can, bring them back here and release them at the door. That should scatter Madras's group for a while. You help me disrupt this meeting and save these people's lives, and I'll find out what Madras knows. Catch those rats and bring them back here. There's no time to waste. The little swits are quick. If you get too close, they'll run away from you. To grab them, stand as far back as you can. That way you'll catch them by surprise.
What's that noise? Rats! They have the plague! Run! Open the windows! Out of my way! Don't let them bite you!
It looks like the rats are moving in. I appreciate your help in this. Now no one will get hurt. Those people just want to see their friends and families again. But I don't want them to get hurt. Calling the guards will just make the situation worse. I got the information from my contact in the group. Report back to the kin house. I'll meet you there. I'm going to retrieve a key that you'll need. And keep this quiet, all right?
Any sign of Giron or Ralden? That's good news. I also heard from my associate Nariu Virian. We may have finally gotten a few breaks in this sordid situation. Nariu told me you found a note at the Morborn camp. That might be a link to the creator of the Lodos plague. This drastically changes our stance on the situation here. I care only about a name and a location. Such information brings me closer to fulfilling my current contract. Because of this, I've decided to offer some assistance. I'll gather the House Hlalu guards and follow you. Whatever you find, the guard will be there to back you up. Now go. Find your ally and save the Councillor. I'll catch up with you soon. I'll gather the guards and follow in your path. Now go. Find your ally and let's finish this. I've been here for weeks. playing the political games common to all Dark Elf kin houses. I've decided I hate such games. But you'd be surprised what you can learn if you just stand back and listen. Giron isn't our target. We're after the one who created the Lodos Plague. I decided to reach out to you and provide a modicum of aid. Your actions may lead me to the one I seek. Right now, I'm your very best friend. Work with me, and we'll make sure Narcissus isn't destroyed by the Maulborn. Well, they're certainly not the altruistic organization they pretend to be. It's definitely a militaristic cult, but who controls them is still unclear. I'm sure they're connected to this Vox mentioned in the notes you discovered. No idea. We're still working on that.